I watch things from a distance and I take everything in consideration before I start to have a conversation with you guys. Not so that I could hold you accountable, but so I can give you the tools that you need in order to be successful. And one of the things that I've been observing, for example, with our current administration, Biden, is that he is largely advocating for raising wages and for the big three to then cave in to Sean Fain's demands while Sean Fain leads y'all into the mire. He's advocating for, and he jumped on the campaign trail in order to put a sign up and put the bullhorn up and all of this other type of stuff. But at the same time, Elon Musk got a direct line, allegedly. Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, all of those people, they've been in the contract and talking back and forth. And, SpaceX is largely in contract with the federal government and get billions and billions of dollars every single year. And he's asked Elon Musk, and he's had conversations. You can pull it up. It's not nothing hidden. It's not a secret. You just got a short memory and you're not in tune to what's going on because you're so busy being distracted by the things that's not adding value into your life. And so as he passed the infrastructure bill and the semiconductor chip bill, and y'all not getting none of the money and it's not going to any of y'all, and they keep promising y'all going to be workers as a result of it, you're not really paying attention to the play. You can't be in both beds and then saying that you on one side or the other. You really playing the same game as everybody else. It's the money game. It's the money game. And as Elon Musk, then this is just a small portion of it, also made an agreement with the federal government to open up its infrastructure charging network in order to get y'all to buy more EVs. And they are the next biggest player. And then the Chinese are over there making vehicles and they looking more modern than ever. And the same thing that happened with the Japanese as far as them bringing over cars. And now they started selling Toyotas and Hondas. And the big three was so arrogant as to think that they couldn't come over here and kick their butt. And they did. They did. I mean, they still are. And so now big three can't even make cars no more because it's not profitable to make them over here in the United States of America. And so they had to forego that. They can only make trucks. And now they're trying to invest over in the EVs. And you still got people that is watching this live streaming in the chat on a regular basis, sitting here having a conversation with me about how they don't like how technology is taking over the world. Well, it's happening. It's happening in the same way that you didn't like the fact that we are all on our phones, but you are one of the ones that's on your phone. And if you remember when these smartphones first came out, you said that you was against it, you didn't like it, but you are number one on the phone more than ever. As a matter of fact, I see older people embracing technology more than younger people. And they were the very ones that was against what it is that we see happening today. And they the ones that's the most liberal. And they the ones that are in the churches and they hanging up rainbow flags and they doing some of the most liberal behavior. They're the same ones that led us down this path of destruction, and they continuing to do so. Shout out to the boomers. Shout out to Generation X. Shout out to all of y'all. But here's the fact of the matter. Innovation is coming. Change is coming. And there's going to be a lot of people that are displaced. Migrant crisis, housing, all of this stuff. This is not happenstance. This is 100%, in my opinion, something that is happening right before your eyes, and you are going to do nothing about it except for suffer as a result of it. There's a segment of the population that is going to see this, and one day they will be displaced. One day they will be homeless. One day they will be without a job. One day they will be in a position where they're one paycheck away from losing everything. One day, 100% suffering as a result of the inflation. And it ain't gonna matter how they felt about me. It ain't gonna matter about what their thoughts are about me. The only thing that's gonna matter is whether or not you can feed your family. Because when you were protesting against me and getting mad at me for saying that it's not going $40,000 and $50,000 is not enough to be able to feed a family of four, now you are a subscriber. Now you a bag chaser. And now you understand that you got to do things differently in order to be successful. So even though I may not get my praise, I'm still right. And here's the facts. Change is going to displace a lot of people. It is what it is. You can fight it. You can get mad at it. You can advocate against it. You can get your picket signs and you can go out there and strike all you want to. If you're not making an adjustment to get a skill, if you're not making an adjustment to lower your lifestyle, buy assets, put yourself in the protected upper class, the rich people that are then not going to really be affected by what is going on at the bottom because it is a race to the bottom. and a larger gap between the haves and the have-nots. If you are not a part of the Patreon, if you are not going in the direction that we going in, if you don't even got to be in my Patreon, if you not getting mentorship from somebody, if you not getting a skill set that's then going to put you in a position to not be interdependent on an automaker in order for you to have a livable wage and to feed your family, if your kids are going to be even more in debt after they get done finessing you with the student loan crisis and all of this other type of stuff, if your daughter and your son is going to grow up to take out student loans for a basket weaving degree, even though you've seen what happened to the people that came before them, if you are going to suffer as a result of being interdependent on a company that can take your job away tomorrow and you are not protected, if you cannot do the things that's in the best interest of the people that you're supposed to be covering, whether you are a woman or a man, if you then become interdependent on a company in order to feed yourself, you are doing yourself a disservice, because now is not the time to be playing no games. You have to make the adjustment. You have to move in a different direction. You have to be a little bit more proactive in developing a skill set, developing a mindset, because a skill set alone cannot save you. You cannot save your way to wealth. You cannot invest in yourself outside of getting a better skill set that then allows for you to do the things that you can get all of the tools in the world. I know a lot of people that have all of the gardening tools. They go to Home Depot, they get the lawnmower, they get the plow, they get the hoe, they get the water hose, they get all of the flowers, and they can't plant a plant to save their life. That plant is going to be dead tomorrow. They have no understanding of how it is that they're supposed to move, how to maintain it, how to understand how money works, how to be successful, how to be great in your relationships, how to maintain wealth. None of that. It's all encompassing. You can make as much money as you want to and you still be one paycheck away from losing everything. Majority of the people that make six figures are one paycheck away from losing everything. It's a fact. Look it up. When you get done feeling a certain type of way, I see I got 9 dislikes. I'm with that. I'm cool. I ain't tripping about it. You still gonna get this work. It still don't make nothing that I'm saying any less true. It's still, when you get off this live stream, I'm gonna be getting off this live stream in a couple minutes. When I get off this live stream, guess what? I'm no longer gonna be on your screen. You'll be left to drown in your own sorrows and to suffer as a result of what I'm predicting for your life to be right now. You can't wish it. You can't pray it. You can't go and play the lottery and save yourself as a result of it. You're going to have to go through it in order to get to it. That's a fact. Develop a skill set. And it's going to be gnashing of the teeth. It's going to be suffering. It's going to be more homelessness. It's going to be van life. It's going to be people getting kicked out of their homes. It's going to be inflation. It's going to be some job losses and some layoffs. That's just life. It's suffering. It's up and down. It's cyclical. Property values go up and then they go down. And then it's boom and then it's bust. And 88, 2000, 2008, 2016, 2021. It's a boom and bust cycle for the economy and for our lives on a regular basis, but you don't have to be the one to suffer as a result of it. What I'm telling you is that life is going to continue to happen, but at some point, listen, it's over 2,000 people in here across multiple different platforms. You don't have to be the one that suffer as a result of it. I can't save everybody. Everybody not going to hear the message. Everybody is not going to make the adjustment. Everybody is not going to do what's in their best interest. It's people that's watching this right now that is not going to do the thing that's in their best interest. They're going to continue to mess around until they can't mess no more. I'm not trying to save everybody. It's 9 billion people on this earth. I just want you to do the right thing. I don't believe that everybody can be rich. Everybody is not going to be rich. That's not my message. My message is not for everybody to be successful and everybody to be rich. I don't care for everybody. I lay the chips out and I let them fall where they may. I care about you. I want you, one of the 2,000 that's still watching this, that's stuck around, to be the rich ones. You can be rich. They can't. Everybody can't. It's not for everybody. It's for a select few that pick up the cards and play them correctly. It's for you, not for everybody else. I'm not concerned with making everybody rich. I keep hearing this argument on a regular basis saying, oh, Anton, well, if everybody rich, I'm not trying to make everybody rich. I'm trying to make me rich and the people that's rolling with me. I'm trying to save my people. Y'all want to be tribal? You want to divide yourself across lines that don't matter? Race, gender, sexuality, all of this stuff. I'm rocking with people with good character. I may not necessarily agree with your lifestyle, but if you're a decent person, we may not agree on everything, but at the very least, I know that we going in the same direction and we can figure it out because we can add value into each other's lives. I'm not trying to fix you. I'm trying to save you from yourself. And so at some point, A, you need to change your mindset. B, you need to change your understanding about money. And C, you need to stop having self-inflicted wounds so that you can then get yourself in a position to be successful as a result of it. That's the only thing that matters. All of this other stuff, this arguing, this yelling and everything like that, everything is going completely eventually. Most people are going to suffer. If you want to look at it from a spiritual perspective and then tie it back over into the natural, the same thing that happens spiritual happens in the natural. It just happens in the natural first in order for you to then get over and understand the values that come from a spiritual perspective, right? You have to be born and then be reborn again in order to get your spiritual self, in order to gain that clarity, that understanding, that life instances and circumstances are then teaching you how it is that you're supposed to operate from a spiritual perspective. Even from a spiritual perspective, if you want to look at spirituality, I don't care what you believe, the road to hell is wide and the road to success and salvation is narrow. And it's the same thing when it comes to money. It's the same thing when it comes to spirituality. It's the same thing when it comes to relationships. They keep trying to tell me, Anton, all relationships are not going to be like that. I'm not trying to fix everybody. I'm trying to give you what you need in order to be successful in your relationship. It's not for everybody. My family, my people, my brothers, my sisters, my people, my bag chasers, we understand that we are a special people. We are to be set aside. That's what sanctified means. It means to be set aside without spot, wrinkle, or blemish. It means to put yourself in a position that's separate from the majority of the population that's going to hate you for being great, hate you for being successful, hate you for being rich, hate you for having a great relationship, hate you for your kids not hating you, and being in a position of power. At some point, you have to divest yourself from the majority and they're going to hate you for it. They're going to write you hate mail. Your family not going to like you. You're going to have to walk away from some people. Your job going to expect for you to be loyal even though they're not loyal to you. You're going to have people that then castrate you and ostracize you and want to kill you as a result of it. At some point, you have to change the trajectory of your life and then the lives of the people that then depend on you. It's not about you. It's about what's best for the people that depend on you. If you don't do that, if you hear this message and it don't resonate with you and you're not actually moving in the direction that you're going in and being very intentional, get down on your hands and knees, take inventory of your life, look in the mirror, pray, stop looking out the window, start looking in the mirror and pointing to that person and saying, listen, I need to hold that person accountable. If at some point you don't stop blaming other people for your problems, if you stop running in the victim Olympics, if you don't get out of the oppression Olympics, if you don't stop blaming a white man or the black man or your sister or your brother or your mother or your auntie, if you don't start holding yourself accountable, and then getting the results, nobody will. Listen, I understand everything may not even be your fault. But guess who cares at the end of the day? Nobody. You have to do the thing that is in your best interest. Ain't nobody going to save you from yourself. So to everybody that's protesting and want more money and all of that, listen, God bless you. I hope you guys get a phenomenal contract. I hope y'all get all of the raises and promotions, get your pension back or whatever, but it don't even matter. It don't matter. You know why it don't matter? Everything is changing. And if you don't leverage this situation in order to get a skill set, go to your HR office and try to find out what your tuition assistance program is. Right? Leverage that skill set in order to make more money and make the sacrifices to then invest in your future and get assets. And listen, don't just buy stuff based off of what they tell you on the internet. Educate yourself to be unique in that specific space that allows for you to be successful and make yourself useful to the general public. When you add value, when you create a product, you are then rewarded as a result of it. Let me get off my corner stoop because I can go at this for a while. I can go at this all day. Listen, I love you guys. I appreciate you. Make sure you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat.